Michael, what are your thoughts on that?
I thought we were excellent. Should have won the game, I thought. I think there was a pivotal moment in the game where, well, in about 5 minutes we've had what either should have been a penalty or a red card. I think with double jeopardy you can't have both, but we should have had one or the other. And then after that, a couple of minutes after that, or just before, I'm not sure, the keeper's made an unbelievable save, and then the lads backed him up by making an unbelievable block. So, and then second half, I thought we dominated the game. Second half, just got in behind them a lot. Just couldn't seem to find that one thing to drop for us. But if we perform like that away from home more often than not, I'll take that. We played with a little bit more freedom today, and I think ultimately there's some young players in that team today. I think Chambo's, I think he's 10 days off apparently, being the youngest player since we got back in the Football League. So he just turned 17. Archie Brennan both making the full day. I think the average age of the group was 20-21 today. So their league appearances compared to ours, and for us to move the ball and hurt them. And second half, they didn't know whether to come on a press or to bank in, and they sort of didn't do one or the other. I thought we moved it really well.
Fans who weren't here will see another 0 and will draw conclusions, but listening to you say this was a better performance than some of the away performances in recent weeks.
Supporters can make their own mind up, but the fact we've not scored a goal, but we've created unbelievable chances today. So we keep creating chances. It was the worry was Saturday we didn't create anything. We didn't look to get on the ball, we didn't look to move it around. Now I don't know whether today was because it was a younger team and there was a bit more freedom. We just thought we've got nothing else to lose. But that's what we want away from home. You look at the few games that we have won. When you go back to your Notts counties and go back to your Yeovils, we've moved the ball around, and it's believing in the process and believing what we do well. And because we do it well at home, it doesn't guarantee you a result, but it gets you in the game a little bit more often.
As an Orient, you've already mentioned that, I have to ask you about the refereeing decision for what could have been a penalty. What was your view on whether it should have been a penalty or whether it should have been a red card?
I couldn't see whether it was in the box. Russ thought it was in the box. Tim, the analyst, thought it was in the box at half time. I thought it was a stonewall red card. So, like I said, I spoke to the referee's assessor just a minute ago, and he's agreed with me. So it is frustrating because they're key decisions in games. So, and it's disappointing because a lot of the younger lads, they've walked off with a defeat. When if it's 10 men, you don't guarantee to go on and get. But there's a long time left in the game, or you get the penalty. I'd like to think we would have scored because Conor Thomas was on the pitch, and then it's game on. It picks their tails up. The only disappointing thing was we conceded in the first 4 minutes from a set play. So we've lost 1-0 again to a set play. So that's something that's been the 3 goals we conceded in this and the 2 league games have been from dead balls. So there's positives in that. The teams aren't opening us up and carving us open. But there's detail, and that's the detail of having young players in key positions. It's Jamo's not used to being in that position. He can't get beat on his right foot there. But I thought he was excellent today. Brave to take the ball in tight areas. And there was, I think, average age 20-21, 4 academy products today. So there was lots of positives.
And you made the point that Rhys Lovett hasn't had a great deal to do in the game.
No, I thought. Dan Barry, another one making his debut. I thought he was excellent today. Dan didn't look out of place at all. And like I said, they've got a lot of experience, a lot of league appearances in their team, all the way through the team as well. So. Apart from the result, which ultimately we understand we're in the results business, but sometimes that was more of a development team, and it shows that there's a lot more to come.
Looking ahead now to Saturday, clearly tonight without a number of players, are you hopeful of getting any of those players back for Saturday?
Oh, Clem was injured. Clem was ill this morning. And a couple of others are not far away. I'm not sure whether they'll be fit yet or not. So it's difficult. We brought 17 players down today, and that's everyone we've got, and that's including the youth team player. So we are down to bare bones, but there's still enough quality in the team. I think we've had 4 or 5 what you might call starters out every game this season so far, and we'll be competitive in every game. Yes, we can be better in certain games, and yes, we can score more goals away from home. But I think. I'm not sure when I first came in, if we'd had this many injuries, we'd have been able to be as competitive. We weren't particularly competitive in the start.
What's the situation with Jonty Smith?
Jonty signed a short-term contract, so obviously we had a look at him, and then we just felt that we might have needed something different. particularly with Ruben and Reg being injured, putting a lot of pressure on Reg at the age he is to go Saturday, Tuesday. So it's a different type to what we've got. So hopefully it works out for both parties.
And why was he not involved tonight?
He didn't register in time. So he would have been involved, but his registration hadn't gone through in time.
So is there a possibility he might play some part on Saturday?
Yeah, there's a good chance he'll be involved. Well, he's available on Saturday. Matt said at the minute we've got 17 players. So it's either him or me, so I think he'll be better than me.
You've been in football a long time. Have you experienced this level of continuing injuries so early on in the season?
I think we had a big meeting yesterday to try and get to the bottom of it, but it's the amount of football that's played in the early part of the season. I spoke to Grant McCann on the way down to say they had foot with 3 hamstrings and a groin on Saturday alone. So it is fact that there's more hamstring injuries now. The pace of the game's got quicker, the pitches are quicker and better all the way through. So that has got something to do with it. But it's difficult to say. I'm sure I have. My memory's not very good, but just get on with it. There's no point moaning about it. Other people will have injuries. Rowan's had unbelievable. I'm not quite sure what he's done in the last 12 months to have the luck that he's had, but just keep working hard and hopefully it pays you back.
Specifically back there, has he got any chance of being involved Saturday, do you think?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I think, like I said, it wasn't a lot, but I'm not quite sure whether he'll be ready.
So overall tonight, clearly a defeat, but what you might describe as a positive defeat.
Yeah, people will look at it and go, he got beat 1-0 again, got beat away from home and not scored a goal. People that were here, me, what I watched, I was very, very happy with that. People might have seen the team and thought, and then seen their team, but the game didn't pan out like that at all. Lots of positives, lots of things of how we want to move the ball and how we want to, and not just move the ball around, I mean move the ball around with penetration. Not Saturday, we didn't move the ball and we ended up whacking out to 2 smaller players. Ain't no good to no one. So that's not how we want to play. Otherwise we'd have a 6'8" player playing up front. It's not the way we want to play. But I've had someone said the other day, well, you need Tyrone back, and with respect to Tyrone, we couldn't win away from home with Tyrone in the team either. So it's nothing to do with the centre forwards, it's the way we play away from home. We've had 6, 7, 8, 9 centre forwards play in the last 6, 7 games, and we've not scored. But again, we've had another meeting. I've had quite a few meetings this week. We've had another meeting just to try and get to the bottom of what we think it might be, and hopefully we got to the bottom of it. Proof will be in the pudding.